As promised, this video is for anyone who is taking our class, the EDAP 587 class that meets on Tuesday nights, 4:30 to 7. If you are in that group of distance education learners, this is just a quick video to show you how you can access the class in multiple ways, actually. So the first thing I want to do is give you a little bit of head up on what we'll be learning in class, and that is the idea of synchronous and asynchronous learning. Synchronous learning means that you are visiting the class in real time. You are with us on Tuesday nights at 4:30 to 7. Asynchronous means you can actually visit the class asynchronously by watching the videos that will be kept right here. What I want to do with this very quick recording is to show you how you set your computer up to be able to do either one. Visit us either synchronously or asynchronously. As you can see over here on the menu side, we have a link that says Collaborate for EDAP 587. You click on that. Here's another video if you want to watch that will tell you how to set up your computer. This is the link that you would use to go to class. I strongly recommend that you come to class at least a half hour early. A lot of people will just join the class, say an hour early, and let it be sitting there waiting to start hearing people talk. You click then, well, let me back up. You have to have this little piece of software loaded on your computer. And so the first thing you'll want to do is you will want to download whatever version of the launcher you will use. Now, if you're on a Mac, this is the one you would use. If you're on a PC, it's called Collab, but it works the same way. You will download these, and they both will end up in your Documents folder or in your Downloads folder on your PC. You will then open them, double-click, and launch them, and it will install the application that you will use to be able to use Collaborate. Collaborate does not run inside of the Blackboard environment. It is actually a separate piece that exists outside of Blackboard. It's called Illuminate. And so you are basically going to be launching an app that will take you to a different place, and then you see the class through that different place. And let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to join the room by clicking on the room. It asks me, it says, where is the Collab file, which it calls meeting.collab. I've already had that set up once. If I didn't, I would have to now go find that file. And on a Mac, you would just say choose, go look for it. On a PC, pretty much the same thing. You go look for the Collab file, and I will say OK. At this point, what it's doing now is it's launching a little Java application. Again, you have to make sure that your Java is up to speed. If it isn't, it'll give you a message right here. Now you'll notice with mine it just says, do you want to run this application? PCs do the exact same thing. And you say, yes, I want you to run this application. So already, as you can see, you're jumping through some hoops. For the first time when it comes up, this is your splash screen. It will always come up to that splash screen. But the first time it's going to ask you whether or not you want to, which way are you connecting to your Collaborate. So usually the default that most people use is cable/DSL modem. Just use that. As you can see, here we are. We're inside the Collaborate environment. This window over here is where it shows who all is here. This window right here is where you can chat. But what I really want you to do is to set your computer up and to use a microphone and headphones. So I'm going to set up my computer right now to work and I'm going to go to Tools, and I'm going to go to Audio, and I'm going to go Audio Setup Wizard. In doing this, the Collaborate is learning where things are that I'm going to use to hear Collaborate and then to interact with Collaborate. So I'm going to say OK. It's going to say now we're going to play a message through your speaker that we think is the correct speaker.
Welcome to the Audio Setup Wizard. This wizard will help you set the optimum levels for both your microphone and speakers. Please follow the instructions carefully. At this time, move the speaker slider to the right to increase the volume.
So as you can hear, it understands that it uses the speaker built into my computer, which is fine. If I had other ways of having speakers connected to my computer, it would show me a list and I can pick which one. So I'm going to say, yep, I was able to hear it. Thank you. Now, look, it is basically saying, oh, I see you have two ways of connecting a microphone to this computer. There is a built-in microphone or there is a built-in input. Now, on a Mac, I want to use the built-in microphone. On a Windows machine, same thing. You want to use your built-in unless you're lucky enough to have an external microphone like I'll be using in class, because that microphone gives you a really good sound. But otherwise, I'm just going to say use my built-in microphone, and I'm going to say OK. Now I'm going to slide this over so it's really loud because I want you to be able to hear it. But if you were doing this on your own, you'd probably want to put it about halfway through. This is called gain on a microphone. This is basically just saying you are raising the sensitivity of your microphone. I'm going to click record, and I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to play it. And I'm going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, as you could hear, that did not sound very good. So I might want to go back and try again. Built-in microphone. Okay, this time I'll bring it down to about halfway, like I told you to. Record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Much better, and I will use that one. Now, when I come into the room and I want to talk, and you'll be asked to talk by me, I will click on this button right here. And as you can see, it recognizes that I'm talking. You can see the line going bing, 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 back and forth. This window over here is where you will see what I want you to see for class. And so at this point, you're basically participating in class either through the chat box down here, where you can type in a message, or you turn on your talking by clicking on the talk button, and then you can talk to us in class. And that's about it. As you can see here, well, let me show you what it looks like. So this is what you would see when you come into class, because basically what I'm doing now is I am sharing my desktop with you, and everything that we do in class you will see through this window. Now I'm rearranging things here so it's a little easier for me to see what I'm doing. So one of the things you have to do is you have to kind of get things organized before you start class. That's why I always say make sure that you come into class at least a half hour early so you can get everything set up this way so you can see what's going on in class. All right, that's a quick rundown of how you use Collaborate. Remember, you have to download the Collaborate application to your computer to be able to use it. It is a Java-based application. So if you are concerned about the level of Java that you have installed on your computer, you would probably want to, and it will tell you that you'll probably want to install a newer version. If you are using a computer with Windows 7 or Windows 10, You will be just fine, nothing to worry about. If you are using just about any version of the Macintosh and its environments, it's OS 10, you have nothing to worry about. But being safe, make sure you try this before class. If you need any help, as I have said to you in previous recordings, you may reach me via text at 502-457-2937. Do not hesitate to send me a text at any time, on any day, and you will get a response. Okie doke. I will see you next Tuesday night, August 23rd.